Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about a coin that almost everyone has seen but very few people truly understand. We are diving into the Washington quarter dollar from 1992 with the D mint mark. This coin has been the subject of many online searches and viral videos, with some people claiming it could be worth as much as $1.6 million. In this video, we are going to explore the history, real value, and the truth behind those incredible claims. Let's start with the history of the Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was first released in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design was so popular that it replaced the standing Liberty quarter and became the standard quarter design for decades. By the time we reach 1992, the Washington quarter had already become a familiar part of everyday American life. The 1992 D Washington quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the small D mint mark on the front of the coin. This coin was made using a copper core with outer layers of nickel, a composition that has been used since 1965. In 1992, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of quarters, making this coin very common in circulation. Because of this high mintage, most 1992 D quarters you find today are worth only their face value of 25 cents. Now here is where things start to get interesting. In coin collecting, rarity is important, but condition can be just as powerful. While millions of 1992 D quarters were made, almost all of them were used in everyday transactions. They were spent, scratched, and worn down over time. Coins that remain in uncirculated condition with sharp details and strong mint luster are much harder to find. High-grade uncirculated examples of the 1992 D quarter can be worth significantly more than face value. Coins that receive high grades from professional grading services, such as Ms. 66 or Ms. 67, are considered scarce. These top-condition quarters can sell for hundreds and sometimes even thousands of dollars at auction. That may not sound like a fortune, but it is impressive for a modern quarter that most people overlook. Now let's address the big claim that brings so much attention to this coin. Is the 1992 D Washington quarter really worth $1.6 million? The honest and factual answer is no, not in normal condition. There is no verified auction sale, no professional grading record, and no numismatic evidence showing a standard 1992 D quarter selling for anything close to $1.6 million. Coins that reach million-dollar prices are usually extremely rare, very old, or historically significant. These include early American gold coins, unique minting errors from the 19th century, or coins with only a few known examples in existence. A modern clad quarter from 1992 does not fall into that category. So why do these million-dollar claims keep appearing online? The reason is simple: the coin is familiar. People already have it. That makes the idea exciting. The thought that a simple coin from pocket change could be worth a life-changing amount of money captures attention and drives views. That said, valuable 1992 D quarters do exist. The key is mint errors. Error coins are created when something goes wrong during the minting process. Examples include off-center strikes, double strikes, broad strikes, missing clad layers, and major die errors. Some error quarters from 1992 have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the type and severity of the error. Collectors also pay attention to coins with exceptional eye appeal. A perfectly struck coin with strong details on Washington's hair and clear feathers on the eagle can command higher prices when certified. While these coins will not make someone a millionaire, they can still be exciting and valuable finds. If you think you have a special 1992 D quarter, take a close look at it. Check for signs of wear. Look for unusual features or errors. If the coin appears nearly perfect or clearly misstruck, professional grading can help determine its true value. In conclusion, the Washington quarter dollar from 1992 with the D mint mark is a common coin with an important place in American coin history. Most examples are worth only 25 cents, but high-grade uncirculated coins and genuine mint errors can be worth much more. The $1.6 million claim is a myth, but the thrill of discovering a valuable coin is very real. If you enjoyed this video and want more coin history, real value breakdowns, and hidden treasure stories, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Leave a comment below if you have ever found an unusual coin in your change. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If you want, I can also help you with a viral title, thumbnail text, or a faster-paced version for YouTube Shorts. Welcome back to the channel. Rarest Coins. Today we are diving into a coin that millions of people have seen, spent, or saved without ever realizing the story behind it. We are talking about the Washington quarter dollar from 1979 with the D mint mark. This is one of the most searched coins online because many people believe it could be worth a life-changing amount of money, even as much as $1.4 million. So today we are going to uncover the history, the real value, and the truth behind those massive price claims. Let's begin with the history of the Washington quarter. This coin was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. What was originally meant to be a one-year commemorative coin ended up becoming a permanent design because of its popularity. By 1965 the quarter changed from silver to a copper and nickel-clad composition, and that is the same metal structure used in the 1979 quarter. The 1979 Washington quarter was produced at two mints: Philadelphia struck coins without a mint mark, and Denver struck coins with the D mint mark. The 1979 D quarter was made in extremely large numbers. Nearly 500 million were produced, which makes this coin very common in everyday circulation. Because of that, most 1979 D quarters found in pocket change today are worth only face value, which is 25 cents. Now here is where things get interesting. While most of these coins are common, collectors know that condition is everything. A coin that has been heavily circulated with scratches and wear will never be valuable, but a coin that was never used, never spent, and kept in perfect condition can be worth much more. High-grade uncirculated 1979 D quarters can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars when certified by professional grading services. Some of the highest known auction prices for 1979 D quarters come from coins graded at extremely high levels such as WAS 67 or higher. These coins are very rare because most quarters were used in everyday transactions. Finding one that survived in near-perfect condition is difficult, which is why collectors are willing to pay strong prices for them. Now let's address the big question everyone asks: is a 1979 D Washington quarter really worth $1.4 million? The honest answer is no. Not in normal form. There is no verified auction record showing a standard 1979 D quarter selling for anywhere near $1.4 million. Claims like that usually come from exaggerated headlines, misunderstandings, or confusion with entirely different coins. However, that does not mean valuable quarters do not exist. Coins that reach million-dollar prices are usually extremely rare, historically significant, or made from gold, or they contain unique minting errors from early American coinage. Some coins from the 1800s and early 1900s have reached those levels, but modern clad quarters generally do not. So why does the 1979 D quarter keep showing up in million-dollar videos? The reason is simple: it is a coin people already have. That makes it exciting. People want to believe that a coin in their pocket could change their life overnight. While the million-dollar claim is not realistic, the idea of finding a valuable coin absolutely is. There are also error coins to consider. A 1979 D quarter with a major mint error such as an off-center strike, a double strike, or a missing clad layer can be worth significantly more than face value. Some error quarters from this year have sold for hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on how dramatic the error is and how well preserved the coin remains. If you think you have a special 1979 D quarter, the best thing to do is examine it closely. Look for sharp details, strong luster, and no signs of wear. Check for unusual features or errors. If the coin looks exceptional, professional grading can confirm its condition and help determine its true market value. In conclusion, the Washington quarter from 1979 with the D mint mark is an important part of American coin history. Most are common and worth only 25 cents, but high-grade examples and rare error coins can be worth much more. While the $1.4 million price is a myth, there is still real value hiding in plain sight for collectors who know what to look for. If you enjoyed this video and want more coin history, value guides, and rare money stories, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Drop a comment below if you have ever found an interesting coin in your change. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If you want, I can also write a viral title, a thumbnail caption, or a version optimized for shorts and reels. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about a coin that many people overlook, yet it continues to create massive buzz online. We are diving into the Washington quarter dollar from 1990 with the P Mint mark. This is a coin that millions of Americans have used, spent, or saved, and some people believe it could be worth as much as $1.5 million. So today we are going to break down the history, real value, and the truth behind these eye-catching claims. Let's start with the history of the Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was first issued in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design proved so popular that it became the permanent quarter design and remained in circulation for decades. By the time we reached 1990, the quarter was still being produced in the traditional copper and nickel-clad composition that replaced silver in 1965. The 1990 Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins from Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark, which often causes confusion for new collectors. In 1990, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 600 million quarters. Because of this extremely high mintage, the 1990 quarter is considered a very common coin. Most examples found in circulation today are worth only face value, which is 25 cents. Now this is where collectors start paying attention. Even common coins can become valuable under the right circumstances. In coin collecting, condition is everything. A quarter that has been circulated for years will show wear, scratches, and dull surfaces. Those coins are common and not valuable. But a coin that was never spent and still has sharp details and bright mint luster can be worth significantly more. High-grade uncirculated 1990 quarters are much harder to find than people realize. While millions were produced, very few survived in near-perfect condition. Coins graded MAS 66, MAS 67, or higher by professional grading services are scarce. These top-grade examples can sell for hundreds and in some cases thousands of dollars at auction. That may not sound life-changing, but it is remarkable for a modern quarter. Now let's address the big claim that brings so many people to this topic. Is the 1990 Washington quarter worth $1.5 million? The honest answer is no. Not in normal form. There is no verified auction record or professional numismatic evidence showing a standard 1990 quarter selling for anywhere near $1.5 million. Claims like this usually come from exaggerated online articles, misleading videos, or confusion with entirely different coins. Coins that sell for over $1 million are usually extremely rare, very old, made of precious metals, or tied to major historical events. Examples include early American gold coins, unique mint errors from the 19th century, or coins with only a handful of known examples. A modern clad quarter from 1990 does not fall into that category. However, that does not mean the 1990 quarter is worthless. There is another factor that can greatly increase value, and that is mint errors. Error coins are created when something goes wrong during the minting process. These errors can include off-center strikes, double strikes, broad strikes, missing clad layers, or dramatic die errors. Some 1990 error quarters have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on how rare and visually impressive the error is. This is why people continue to search their change. The excitement comes from the possibility, not the guarantee. While the $1.5 million claim is a myth, real money can still be found by collectors who know what to look for and who understand grading and rarity. If you believe you have a special 1990 quarter, examine it closely. Look for strong detail in Washington's hair and face. Check the eagle on the reverse for sharp feathers. Look for unusual shapes, doubling, or missing metal layers. Coins that appear nearly perfect or show obvious minting mistakes may be worth professional evaluation. To summarize, The Washington quarter dollar from 1990 with the P mint mark is a common but historically interesting coin. Most examples are worth only 25 cents, but high-grade uncirculated coins and genuine error coins can be worth far more. The $1.5 million price tag is not real, but the opportunity to find a valuable coin absolutely is. If you enjoyed this video and want more coin history, real values, and hidden treasure stories, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Comment below and tell us if you have ever found an unusual coin in your pocket change. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If you want, I can also create a viral video title, a thumbnail caption, or a shorter higher attention version for YouTube Shorts. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a deep and honest look at a coin that many people overlook every day, the 1988 Washington quarter dollar. At first glance it looks like an ordinary 25-cent coin. But there is a lot more to this coin than most people realize. In this video we will explore its history, how much it is really worth, what makes some examples valuable, and why you may have seen claims online saying this coin is worth up to $1.4 million. Make sure to watch until the end because the truth might surprise you. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The design was created by sculptor John Flanagan and features a left-facing portrait of Washington on the front. On the back is a powerful image of an eagle with outstretched wings, symbolizing strength and freedom. This classic design remained in use for decades and was still being used in 1988. The 1988 quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the small letter D located just above the date. In 1988, the United States Mint produced hundreds of millions of quarters for everyday circulation. These coins were made from a copper core layered with nickel on the outside, giving them their familiar silver color even though they contain no actual silver. Because so many 1988 quarters were produced, most of them were heavily used in daily transactions. They passed through cash registers, vending machines, and parking meters for years. As a result, the majority of those coins today are worn and only worth their face value of 25 cents. However, coin collecting is all about condition and rarity. This is where things start to get interesting. Collectors use a grading system to measure how well preserved the coin is. Coins that were never circulated and remain in mint condition are far more desirable than worn examples. These uncirculated coins are graded on a scale called mint state, ranging from MS60 up to MS70. A typical uncirculated 1988 quarter in average condition might be worth a few dollars, but when you move into extremely high grades like MS67 or higher, the value can increase dramatically. These top-quality coins are rare because very few survived without scratches, marks, or handling damage. In fact, some 1988 quarters graded as the highest levels have sold at auction for well over $1,000. That may not sound like millions, but remember this started as a 25-cent coin. That kind of increase is incredible and shows how powerful condition can be in the coin collecting world. Another factor that can raise the value is mint errors. Errors occur when something goes wrong during the minting process. Examples include off-center strikes, double designs, missing layers, or coins struck on the wrong metal. Error coins are popular with collectors because they are unique and unusual. Depending on how dramatic the error is, a 1988 quarter with a confirmed mint error can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Now let's address the big question. Is a 1988 Washington quarter worth $1.4 million? The honest answer is no. Verified sale of a 1988 quarter has ever reached that price. Claims of million-dollar values often come from misunderstandings, exaggerated listings, or confusion with much older and rarer coins. Coins that sell for millions are usually early American coins, extremely rare gold pieces, or historic errors with only a few known examples. That does not mean the 1988D quarter is worthless. It means the real excitement comes from finding a top-grade example or a rare error. The idea that something so common could still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars is what keeps collectors searching through their change. If you think you might have a valuable 1988D quarter, start by examining it closely. Look for strong detail in Washington's hair, a clean surface, and minimal marks. Check the reverse for sharp feathers on the eagle. If your coin looks unusually perfect or clearly different from normal examples, it may be worth having it professionally graded. In summary, the 1988D Washington quarter is a common coin with an uncommon potential. While it is not a confirmed million-dollar coin, certain rare examples can be worth far more than face value. The real value lies in condition, rarity, and errors. And that is what makes coin collecting exciting. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more coin history and value videos. You never know, the next treasure could already be in your pocket. Thanks for watching. If you want, I can also write a more dramatic version for viral shorts, a thumbnail title that attracts clicks, or a script that focuses only on error coins. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a close look at another everyday coin that has sparked huge interest among collectors and online searches, the 1990D Washington quarter dollar. At first glance, this coin looks just like any other quarter you have used in your entire life. But behind this simple design is a long history, collector demand, and bold claims that some of those coins could be worth as much as $1.3 million. In this video, we will break down the history, real value, rare possibilities, and the truth behind those eye-catching numbers. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design was created by John Flanagan and features a dignified portrait of Washington on the front. The reverse shows a proud eagle with spread wings, a symbol of strength and national unity. This classic design remained unchanged for decades and was still in use in 1990. The 1990D quarter was produced at the Denver Mint, identified by the small letter D located above the date. During 1990, the United States Mint struck hundreds of millions of quarters to meet the needs of everyday commerce. These coins were made of a copper core layered with nickel, giving them their silver appearance without containing actual silver. Because the mint produced so many 1990D quarters, most of them entered circulation immediately. They were used in stores, vending machines, toll booths, and laundromats across the country. As a result, the majority of those coins today show signs of wear and are still worth only their face value of 25 cents. But in coin collecting, condition is everything. Collectors carefully examine coins based on how well preserved they are. Coins that were never circulated and remain in mint condition are far more valuable than worn examples. These coins are graded using a mint state scale, ranging from MS-60 to MS-70. A typical uncirculated 1990D quarter may be worth a few dollars. However, coins that achieve very high grades such as MS-67 or higher are extremely rare. These coins have sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong original luster. Because so few survive in this condition, collectors are willing to pay significant premiums for them. In fact, some top-grade 1990D Washington quarters have sold at auction for hundreds or even over $1,000. That may not sound like millions, but when you remember the coin originally cost 25 cents, the increase in value is remarkable. Another factor that can dramatically increase value is mint errors. Errors occur when something goes wrong during the striking process at the mint. Examples include off-center strikes, double details, missing clad layers, or coins struck on the wrong placket. Error coins are highly collectible because they are unusual and unique, depending on the type and severity of the error. A 1990D quarter with a confirmed mint error can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Now let's address the big question. Is a 1990D Washington quarter really worth $1.3 million? There is no verified sale or auction record showing a 1990D quarter reaching that price. $1 million coins do exist, but they are usually extremely rare early American coins, historic gold pieces, or legendary mint errors with only a few known examples. Claims of million-dollar values for modern quarters often come from misunderstandings, exaggerated online listings, or confusion with entirely different coins. That being said, the excitement around these coins is not completely misplaced. The possibility of finding a rare high-grade example or a dramatic mint error keeps collectors searching. Coin collecting is about discovery, patience, and knowledge, and sometimes incredible values do come from the most ordinary places. If you think you may have a valuable 1990D quarter, start by examining it closely under good lighting. Look for sharp details in Washington's hair, clean fields without heavy marks, and strong definition on the eagle's feathers. If your coin appears unusually perfect or shows an obvious error, it may be worth having it professionally graded by a reputable grading service. In summary, the 1990D Washington quarter is a common coin with uncommon potential. While it is not a confirmed million-dollar coin, certain rare examples can still be worth far more than face value. Its true value lies in condition, rarity, and errors, and that is what makes searching through pocket change so exciting. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more coin value and history videos. You never know, the next valuable coin could already be in your pocket. Thanks for watching. If you want, I can also rewrite this in a more dramatic viral style, shorten it for YouTube Shorts, or write a thumbnail title and description that boosts clicks.